I thought I would be taking this shot out of sadness, but I am so excited. Parasite just slayed the Oscars. Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is EJ Marino and I am so excited to have you guys join me for my Oscar reaction. There was a lot to talk about. There was so much in this award show, from some surprises, from some predictable wins, to an overall entertaining night. Let's dive into it all right now. Before I dive into individual awards, I wanted to talk about the actual award show itself as a whole. Overall, I kind of liked it. It was paced nicely. I love the montages they showed for each category. I thought that was really fresh and a little bit new. I still love that they have no host. The intro lasted a little long, like with the Steve Martin, Chris Rock. I was just like, we can move on past that. But overall, I thought the show was tight, fun. It ran over in time. But it's the Oscars. We're all prepared for that. Like, we think they're gonna go 85 hours long. So when they only go like 75, we're like, oh, this is nice. This is refreshing. So I actually genuinely enjoyed that. Overall, I really enjoyed the show. I thought it was just so jam-packed with good wins, good speeches, and just a love of cinema. Those little montages where they showed music in cinema, the ways that they showed some of the, even the commercials that really showcased art. I'm a big film fan, went to film school. This is just my life. So this evening is such a celebration of everything, and I loved it. Do I love every bit of this award show? No. Why the hell was Eminem there? What? That was one of the weirdest moments of the evening. I was just like, oh, we couldn't have somebody else? I know you guys are trying to be relevant, but like a song from 18 years ago? That's how we're staying relevant? Alrighty then, but like little complaints like that here or there. Some of the speeches, I was just like, you could have cut this person off, could have gave more to the, best picture one at the end. But overall, like I said, I had a great time with the award show. Now let's dive into some of these winners, because as predictable as some are, there are some shocking moments. To start this off, I want to go through some of the more technical, not the big awards of the evening. I think every award at the Oscars is very important, from sound mixing to hair and makeup. I love it all. But for the sake of not having a 45-minute video, I'm going to keep it pretty short. But I loved that 1917 won Best Cinematography. Really impressed with that. I was personally rooting for The Lighthouse, one of my favorite movies of last year, but I'm not dumb. Roger Deakins doing a one-shot gimmick for 1917, hell yes, give him the award. I genuinely love that movie and was expecting it to have a stronger night. I'm not happy with, I'm happy with the winners of the evening, but I was really expecting 1917 to have a stronger showing. But they also won things like the, I think it was sound editing, not mixing. It was one of the other ones there. It also won Best Visual Effects. 1917 winning Best VFX was refreshing for that award. Usually with the visual effects in the editing award, they give it to the movies that have the most of everything. Well, that has a lot of CGI, so let's give it the Best Visual Effects. Not 1917. 1917 was all about using your VFX to hide your movie, to hide little things, not to accentuate, but just to full on add to the experience. If you look at the end of Avengers Endgame, there was just everything happening, but not here. I really loved seeing 1917 take home visual effects. I really liked it taking home the cinematography award. But I was a little surprised it did not win editing. With that whole one-shot gimmick to it, you would think the editing is just as important as the cinematography. But editing went to, Ford v Ferrari this evening, a movie I enjoyed. I actually very much surprisingly enjoyed Ford v Ferrari. Didn't go into it with much hopes, but walked out really enjoying it. So to see it win editing and I believe sound mixing as well, I was happy with that. It wasn't shocking, I wasn't upsetting, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, that's fine. I will say I think Ford v Ferrari does fall into it has a lot of edits to it. It is very overly edited, stylized. It has a lot of cuts to really invest you into the action. So I think that's what helped it here. But it could have went to The Irishman, which I'm shocked they didn't go to that. Could have went to Parasite or Once Upon a Time, but it went to Ford v Ferrari. So I like it, and I actually really like these technical awards, and I'm not too upset with any of them. Am I surprised by some? Yes, but am I upset? Not at all. The two screenplay winners are amazing. We had Taika Waititi and Bong Joon-ho take home awards this evening. So happy. Best Adapted Screenplay went to Taika Waititi for Jojo Rabbit. I have a mixed feelings about that movie, but I love Taika Waititi. I really think he did a bold move trying to adapt something that's not so politically correct. A little bit bold, a little bit more interesting. So I give him credit for that. And he's like the first indigenous person to win an Oscar. That is amazing. A little representation moments like that really matter to me and just matter to a lot of other people. So I liked seeing that. We also had Bong Joon-ho win Best Original Screenplay. This is where I thought the evening was going to end for Bong Joon-ho. I was just like, awesome, screenplay, good job. That's a really good award, really deserved. But it is not the end of him. I will say I liked his first speech here, and I really like the screenplay for Parasite. One of my favorite, actually, hell, it is my favorite movie of 2019. So strong, so amazing, so important. The messages of class in that film, how we deal with other people from different walks of lives, so amazing and so relevant. So I think that's why the Oscars really loved this for a screenplay, because it is important. It does have messages. It doesn't really beat you over the head with anything like some of the other movies nominated for screenplay that has a lot of woke social justice messages, but not this film. It used its messages, but it also still told an entertaining, thrilling story, and that's why it won Best Screenplay. If you're confused, you haven't watched Parasite. That's how I feel. Everyone who's like, why is it winning everything? I'm like, oh, have you seen it? No. And I'm like, well, that's why. You don't know because you didn't see it, but I loved it winning screenplay. Good job here. Good job to Taika Waititi and Bong Joon-ho, two of the best directors working now, two of the weirdest directors working now, taking home Oscar gold. We might be in for a change with some of these wins. Now, as excited as some of the other winners for the awards made me, I will say all the acting awards were fairly predictable. None of them I was upset with. Laura Dern and Brad Pitt won their supporting acting categories. Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is really good. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is the best part of that movie. Amazing performance from here. A movie that I've evolved with. I did not like it at first, ended up really liking it. That's what happens when you rewatch movies. I always suggest that. Go into a movie with a different mindset can change it. That's why I was okay with Brad Pitt winning here. I personally wanted Willem Dafoe from The Lighthouse, but he wasn't even nominated. What the hell? But it's fine. Brad Pitt winning here is good. It's also his first acting Oscar. He's been working forever, so long overdue? Sure. Speaking of long overdue, Laura Dern won Best Supporting Actress for her performance in Marriage Story. Sure, fine. I like Laura Dern. I think she deserved it. Like, she got blacklisted so hard in the late 90s after appearing on the episode of the Ellen DeGeneres show. When she came out, it was the lesbian episode. It was awesome, but Laura Dern dealt with a lot after that episode. So to see her now come back, Star Wars, a new Jurassic Park, this movie, Little Women, all of that, to see a Laura Dern renaissance, I am here for it. To see her take home an Oscar, amazing. With her father Bruce Dern and her mother just having this impact in the industry, it was long overdue. And I'm a David Lynch fan. I am like just happy to see a David Lynch girl win an award as well. The acting ones did not shock me here. I will say though, Best Actor and Best Actress, as predictable as they were, they've won it the entire campaign. It was still interesting to see, and I wasn't upset. Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor for Joker. I have my feelings about Joker. I'm not going to talk about it on here because I don't really need to because it didn't win much. But overall, I really think he had a great speech. Actually, he had a really good speech. His moment at the end talking about River Phoenix, I loved that. It really touched me. His messages, he's a very political, social justice-minded person, and I do enjoy that. I do think he is very interesting to see, a very good name in our industry, and I've liked him forever. I'm a fan of The Master, Gladiator, You Were Never Really Here. I like him winning this award because I like Joaquin. Again, do I love the movie? Not so much, but I like seeing him win here. Same thing with Renee Zellweger for Judy. Do I love the movie Judy? No, it's fine. It's okay. It's a cute, like, Judy Garland movie. Fine. But Renee Zellweger does a great job in that film and really transforms into Judy Garland herself. So it's not shocking. Like, I like Renee Zellweger. I still think Lupita Nyong'o should have been in this category and should have won. But she's not here, much like Willem Dafoe for Lighthouse. I can't get too upset. We've already talked about nominations. But overall, I really liked Renee winning here because it makes sense. Excuse me. I'm just trying to, like, really process all of this, and it's just like bring it up like I'm lying. That's what basically what just happened there. I'm not okay. I honestly, Saoirse Ronan could have won here. Scarlett Johansson. This one was just okay. I kind of wanted something more from the win here, but overall it's fine. I'm just gonna go. I'll wrap up the actor going, yay, predictable. but nothing else is predictable after this. I want everyone to say this with me. Bong Joon-ho and Parasite won Best Director and Best Picture. Oh my gosh, I haven't been this shocked by a winner in quite some time. Well, I was shocked when Green Book won last year, but for a different reason. This is a happy shock. This is a, oh my god, it's finally happening. The Academy is forever just bashed on for their lack of diversity, their lack of wanting to do original ideas with awarding their actors, awarding these categories. But this was an original film, a South Korean film, the first South Korean film to make it to the Oscars, and it won. It should have been Old Boy, but to see it here, it's amazing. These wins were shocking. So many people predicted Sam Mendes winning both. I like Sam Mendes. I liked 1917. I expected 1917 to take home Best Picture. It deserves it. It was a bold, amazing, heartfelt war film that doesn't happen often. But Parasite is one of the best films in a long time. It's one of the best Korean films I've ever seen. It's one of the most thrilling, intense, and entertaining films. So for it to win here with its weird, genre-less vibe to it, it's a little bit of everything. It's horror, it's just everything is in that film. So to see it win here just really makes me so happy. Again, I am shocked by this, but I'm not shocked at the same time, because Bong Joon-ho has killed this entire campaign. If you heard his applause every time they mentioned his name, it was nuts. He has done such a good job embracing and warming people up to him. I'm not saying just his campaign alone won it. His film, the quality of his film won this award, but him putting in amazing work, showing off his awesome personality, and really winning people over really pushed him over the edge. Sam Mendes can be here again. He's also won already. 1917, there's been 17 war movies to ever win Best Picture. We didn't need another. So if you're a 1917 fan, I'm sorry to say, don't be shocked that it didn't win, because war movies, the first Academy Award for Best Picture went to Wings in 1927. You've had it, war movies. You've had it. Time for something like Parasite, an original, an artful film to take home Best Picture. And it happened. Bong Hive, are you listening? We won for once. I'm a fan of weird South Korean films for a long time. What I Saw the Devil, Old Boy, these are movies I love. And to see one win an Academy Award, it feels amazing. I have never expected something like this in a million years. What an eventful Oscar evening, from Joaquin Phoenix finally winning his Oscar to Bong Joon-ho sweeping all the major categories. This was one of the most entertaining Oscars I have seen in quite some time. I wrote down in my notes, oh, this is pretty predictable, because Toy Story winning and all this, the best song going to Elton John, all of this stuff, score, going to Joker, all of these things made sense. It's happened the whole award season, but I never expect him to pull the trigger on Parasite. What an amazing feeling. What an amazing evening. What did you guys think of the Oscars? What do you guys think of this video? Let me know down in the comments below. Did you love the winners? Are you upset your favorite film didn't win? Are you happy Parasite won? Let me know all your feelings down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I make videos like this every single week, and give me a thumbs up, because YouTube takes those way too seriously. Alright guys, let's talk about the 2020 Oscars down below.